Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
We have a great interview for you. We're going to talk to this young couple here. They've actually retired 10 years before most people, and I'm excited to find out how they do it. I wanted to do that when I was that age, but I wasn't able to do that. So let's have a little interview, and I want you to introduce this is Troy and Kelly, and you guys are from Texas, right?
The last 22 years we lived in Texas.
So tell us a little bit about your research. I mean, you must have been really doing a lot of research. And
I subscribed to International Living for several years, and I'm a voracious reader of everything on the internet about, life overseas. And so we looked at a lot of different places. We looked at Ecuador and Panama and Mexico and Costa Rica, Nicaragua. And so we looked at a lot of different places before we started to get serious on Mexico. And kind of what led us to Mexico was our youngest son is still in college, and so we wanted to stay closer to the United States.
Okay, that's interesting, because why did you decide on a foreign country? Why didn't you decide, somewhere in the United States?
Sure. To retire young in the United States, you have to be probably like a decamillionaire, right? You have to have a lot of money because healthcare is impossibly expensive.
Okay.
We were paying almost $2,000 a month.
Wow, $2,000 a month?
Yes,
wow.
Just for the health insurance.
Oh no.
For 3 people.
Yeah.
For 3 people, okay.
And so we just decided that, if I retired, of course my income's going to stop. There's no way we can afford that.
Right.
So we started looking at Mexico, and like I say, I read a lot of different things about, well, you can live here for this, or you can live here for that. I was like, well, let's go there and see how much. And so that's what we did. Okay, so once we narrowed it down to Mexico, we came down here for 10 days, just to look around, just to see if it's everything that we thought it could be, right? And we didn't look at houses. We didn't try to find a place to rent. We just wanted to get a sense for, could we live here?
Okay.
And so when we did that, we went back and we said, yes, we think we could live there. So we put our house on the market, and it sold.
You did. You sold your house
in 2 days.
Wow.
And so
they're serious.
Yes.
And so then we decided that, well, within 30 days we're going to be homeless. We have to find a place. In August last year, and found this place.
I see.
And then went home, packed up, and moved in here at the end of September.
Okay, so now that's what Troy says, and I can see this happening. He's done all this research and everything else, and he comes home one day and he says, Kelly, my bride,
Yes.
we're going to sell the house. We're going to sell the car. We're going to sell everything, furniture and everything, and we're going to root ourselves out, and we're going to transplant ourselves in another country. What was your response to
And
that?
then we came down here, and he goes, well, I saw in him the stress just melted. And we were here for 10 days, and the longer we were here that first time, the more relaxed he was.
Yeah.
And since I want him around for a while, I decided that stress is the number 1 killer.
Right.
It affects your body in so many different ways, very negatively, that it was important to me to, yes, let's do this.
Okay.
So it was not a big deal. Home is wherever I hang my hat.
Yeah, great. How long have you guys been married?
29 years.
29 years. Well, you got married young, and so you've been teaming up and doing a lot of things to get to this place today where you could make a decision to move to Mexico. So that's fascinating. Okay, the other thing that our listeners are always curious about is, what does it cost to live in Mexico? And I've asked Troy and Kelly to share their budget with us and what practical costs down here. In other videos that Lori and I have made, we share that with them. But I thought it'd be good to get it from somebody else that's doing it. So.
Yeah, like I say, I like to do lots of research, and everything that I read said, to expect to pay that you could live a good life on between $2,000 and $2,500 a month. And so I thought, well, okay, I can do that. And so, but I'm also Kelly will tell you, I like to pinch pennies,
Uh-huh.
and I also keep track of every penny I spend, or at least I wanted to when we first moved down here,
Yeah.
so I could kind of get a feel for what we were
Right.
doing. And so I've since found that we're living a very comfortable lifestyle for about $1,600 a month.
Wow,
Uh,
1,600 a month.
$1,600 a month, and so that includes we're paying $800 for rent. Our grocery bill is about $200 a month. Our eating out at restaurants is another $200 a month. So you can see, besides our rent, just food is a lot of our budget. But then utilities run $50 or $60 a month. We don't do a lot of expensive things for entertainment.
Uh-huh.
We're very simple people, and so we like to do simple things to entertain ourselves. We play bridge. We go to friends' houses and play cards or play dominoes. We do a lot of things that are fairly economical, but we find enjoyable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The community here where we live has volleyball, so I play water volleyball 3 times a week. So lots of ways to entertain yourself without, spending money
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Another big cost savings that we have is we don't have a car. We live in an area where everything's walking distance, and so we just decided that we didn't need a car right away. Eventually we'll get a car because we want to travel. We want to do what Jerry does. We want to go see Mexico, right? And so,
And Lori.
that's right.
Yes.
And so we want to see Mexico, and so we'll eventually get a car. But
Now add up all those numbers. What do you figure on a monthly basis?
we average $1,600 a month. There are some months where if we don't do as much, it's been as low as $1,400 a month.
Uh-huh.
And other months, if in March we went to Guadalajara for several days and just did some sightseeing
Right,
and
yeah.
seeing places, and so that month it was $1,800.
Okay,
Right? So,
okay.
but on average it's about $1,600 a month.
So now you retired 10 years younger than, like I say, most people. Now, how did that happen? I mean, were you guys like an inheritance or something happened, something like that?
No. There are no rich people in our family. But well, I've always been a diligent saver, and I've always managed my own investments. And like I said, I've just been really blessed that I always lived below my means, and I saved
And planned well, so
Yes.
you lived back then like nobody else, so today you can live like nobody else.
That's right, that's right.
So that's cool.
And it takes a family if you are a family, it takes all of you working together to make that goal.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't have one who's a saver and one who's a spender,
Right.
because that doesn't work.
Well, I think the most important part is, you have to pay yourself first, right?
Okay.
Every month, before the check hits your salary check hits the bank, you got to put part of it into savings, right?
Okay.
And as you build up that savings, then you look for other investment vehicles that'll pay you a better rate of return than the 1% that the bank's giving
Right,
you.
okay.
And so that's what I was able to do. I started looking for higher return investments. I did a lot of investing in real estate, and those things are what started to pay off for me. And that's, quite honestly, that's what we're living on now, are the rental income that I have from my real estate.
Wow, okay, that's good. And so, hey, thanks very much for this interview. This is great. Yeah.
We enjoyed it, and we enjoyed watching all of Jerry's interviews
Yes.
too, not just being a participant.
Okay, great. What we're doing now is we're talking to the millionaires next door. And if you haven't read that book, definitely read that book, because that's what Troy and Kelly have done here, and living a great lifestyle. And this is fantastic, and I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to sharing some information with our viewers. Good. Thanks very much. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Troy.
You bet. Thank you, Jerry.
They're the greatest. Bye. Giveaway T-shirt contest. Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori!
Hey, we're gonna have a contest here. We're gonna let you win one of my custom T-shirts, a Jerry Brown custom T-shirt. All you need to do is...
Hey, Jerry, a lot of people ask about your T-shirt. How do they get one?
Let me tell you what you need to do.
What do they need to do? The name of the contest is
/tag Jerry Brown T-shirt contest. To enter, very simple. Go on to your Facebook or your social media pages. Ask your friends to do this also. And what you'll need to do is they'll just need to. First thing that you need to do, or they need to do, is go to YouTube. They need to subscribe. They need to make a comment in there. And in the comment section in there, they're going to put your name. They're going to put in there their size of the T-shirt if they win. And also, they're going to put in there /tag Jerry Brown T-shirt contest. You'll need to add in your address. It has to be an address from the United States, Canada, or Mexico. And then that's going to enter them. And make a note in there. Now, please don't do it on your social media page. It needs to go on to YouTube. YouTube sends us a notice, lets us know who has subscribed. So follow those directions. Now, the contest starts now, and it runs for 60 days, and it'll end June 30th, 2018. But our goal here is to increase our subscription rate on YouTube. Right now, we have 16,000 subscribers, and we want to increase that to 20,000 within the next 60 days. And we feel that's a realistic number to reach. Now, this is a random drawing, and we will pick a name. We'll let you know who wins. Now, it is one of a kind. It is a custom T-shirt. Lori and I designed all of my shirts, and so this is what our contest is all about, receiving a custom T-shirt.
for watching.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.